What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brendan. I'm BMAX45, and today we're coming at you with another video. We have a market analysis for the Digimon TCG. Like we do every Friday, we are here to bring you Digimon card prices. We're going to look at the market, what's going on, tournament cards, what's going on with the meta, what's going on with hype for new cards and new sets that are coming out. We're going to look at a lot of things, and we're going to share some valuable tips and potentially some information with you guys so you can make some decisions on, is it time to buy? Is it time to sell? What, you can do to maximize, your profit for this card game that we love. Because sometimes it's nice to make a little bit of money off of all the money you spend on it. And that's kind of what we just want to, be here to help you guys do that. And hey, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of the fun. All right, well, let's get right into it here. We're talking about the regionals Wave 2 participant pack here. You can kind of see how things are going. You got the Bulkmon up at like $300 because it's a champion card. You got, this is the Wave. This is from the Wave 1 stuff, but you got the Lugarmon, which is from the Wave 2. He's up at $449. No prices on Lugarmon yet. Or Baomon, which is the participant version, but you're seeing there are prices on, of course, a lot of the stuff where's here? Loudmon, finalist, participant, $9-10. Alphamon, 23 bucks. Then you go over to Primo. I don't know if that's that would be the participant because the finalist is around 65, so 35 bucks. 34 for Chaos Degradation, so those two are extremely expensive. They're gonna come down. This is still really early in the lifespan of this pack. Proganomon, 39 bucks, and we've only had one North American tournament. I don't know if really many other copies have hit the market yet. 18 for Oblivimon. There's a few cheap things, being the Oblivimon and the Loudmon. Everything else is actually really expensive right now, so I would really hold off on this stuff. It's going to come down in price. We just need more copies on the market, which means we need more tournaments happening. So that's kind of where we're going on with that. We have the Arrestodramon from the Ultimate Cup. It's sitting right around $114. Most recent sale, though, was $60. So this is going to come down. There's just, again, more copies on the market will lower this. But honestly, you start at $114 for a top 16 card is not terrible, especially when these cards are some of the best like foiled out cards that they really do. It's going to come down, which is actually good because I thought this card might be actually even more expensive because it's actually so good in so many different decks right now. It's seeing a lot of play in the format. And then the other card I was interested in was the Gumdramon, the participant one. I'm interested to see if this card comes down or if it stays up high. Most recent sale is $35, which is underneath your price for registration, at least in Canada, because it's about $40 Canadian to register, whereas it's 30 American, so it's above American registration price, but still pretty good considering that it pays for your registration basically, and then you get your event packs as well, and a chance to win more. But yeah, again, more copies will lower this. I expect that this will probably be back down to around like 30-40 bucks easy by the time we've had a couple more events. So hold off. Aegeomon, the new Aegeomon from the Time Stranger demo deck, $10. This actually doesn't seem like much. I don't think these cards are going to be crazy expensive, especially as we're going to get more chances to get them. Plus, they're already slated to have reprints, so that will be probably like tournament prizes, and then as well as Inori Mizuno. Again, $10. If you want to get them now, they're not bad. But I would hold off because they're probably going to get nice reprints very soon. Actually, probably within the next before around the same time we get the next BT set, which is October, which is only a couple months away. And right now these cards really don't do anything until it gets more support, until BT24. Really, I don't think it'll do much. So they're not. I think that's the reason too. Since we don't know what this deck is going to do, we're not seeing those crazy stupid promo prices. Alphamon or Yukon. Always good checking on this card because it gets splashed in a lot of decks. I believe it was it in the Dorbikmon deck that topped? It was in something that topped recently at the GenCon. So always nice to check up on this card. It's seen a little bit of a spike here, but is starting to level off again. Still around, market price is around $25 to $30, but the most recent sale is actually a little alarming, $54.99. But there's still lots of copies, lower copies on the market, so you don't have to worry too much about paying that, that incredibly insane price. I don't know, like who bought that? Yeah, 26, 22, 28, and then 54. That person just did not get a good deal. So yeah, that's unfortunate. Medieval Gallant, again, is starting to waver, starting to come down. Still around $84, which is pretty high. I mean, not down from its original $100 peak. But I believe we're really going to start to see this card crash now as we get closer to the Rise of Digimon box. So keep an eye out. If you really want these nice alt copies, I would try and aim for like 65 $65, which I could see this going down to. It just depends, how much meta play this continues to see. I don't think it feels like it sees a lot. I mean, Gallantmon, it still uses it, but I feel like it is the amount of play this is seeing is starting to trend down with the introduction of the new BT22 decks. Same thing with Hexablau, another thing that's I believe is going to start to trend down. Market price is still up there around $44, but most recent sales $30, and you got a bunch of $30 copies, which is where the regular super used to be. So you're definitely seeing this trend down, and so I think within the next couple months we should be able to see this hit $20, $25, and I'd say then it might not be a bad idea to pick up if you don't want to have to pick up the Rise of Digimon stuff and you really like this artwork. I would definitely say that's kind of where I would aim to be. Dianamon is spiking up a little bit here. Market price is $35, most recent sales $27, so a little bit less, and we do have a bunch of copies, but this card was down around $20 when the set landed. And it's just gone back up because it's good in a bunch of different decks, and Galaxy is always a crazy deck, so it's always, watch out for Galaxy. So I definitely think keep an eye on this one. If it actually, if we start seeing sales of $30 to $35, I would say it's a good time to sell this. Now we're looking at the hype train. Apocalypse is actually seeing some hype. Seeing most recent sale at about $8. We're seeing this card go up. Like, again, it's not going to go up crazy amounts because it's limited to one, but just the fact that it was like a $5 card and it's starting to see that increase. People are hyped for new Dark Master support for the new Apocalypse, and you're going to play this as a one-of in the deck just because it was banned. It's a broken card, so you're going to play one of it if you play Dark Masters, if you play the new Dark Master support. So it's definitely going to be really good, and so I would definitely say that you should keep an eye on this if you want to sell it. If you want to pick it up, I'd pick it up now before it goes over $10. Lucemon, other things that are getting hyped. Market price is $20, but the most recent sale is almost around $35. And all the copy, it could go up to $40 really easy because there's not that many copies on the market. That's BT18, but like there's other stuff too here. they could, you know, shoot up in price. There's tons of Lucemon support. This has gone up a little bit too, and this is one. It's an older set now, EX06. Could be hard to get, so you could see most recent sale 35 again, and then this could just shoot out control. So you gotta watch out for Lucemon stuff. There is some actually really cool Lucemon support in the new set, and I'm kind of like, honestly, I'm debating doing a video about some of this Lucemon support, because I'm like, wow, they finally really kind of narrowed in and really tried to build this deck. So I think that people are going to be really excited for a Lucemon only deck. Other hype cards, because EX10 is Sinister Order, it's all about the bad guys. Bogramon has had a price increase. You know, it's been jumping up here. Not a lot. It's really cheap still, but just the fact that it's such an old card and now is seeing some of these price increases here. Lots of copies on the market, so I don't think it'll ever go over $10. But I mean, it's definitely seeing some increase to it. So I mean, that's from like $3 to $5. And you know, a lot of stuff's gonna be like that, like Balfamon too. Look at this climb here. Then we got some new Balfamon support that absolutely looks awesome, and we're seeing right now that this card jumped from, you know, jumping up here near, you know, most recent sales 15, but the only copies on the market have it at 25 and then up to 40 basically. So this could see a buyout really easily and see its prices spike really easily. So watch out for that, because then I think it would be a good time to sell. It'll go back down, but if it sees that buyout, I would definitely sell and then buy back later when it goes down in price, when the hype dies off. Something that's not seeing as much hype is some of the Beelzemon stuff. I mean, the new Beelzemon Ace is actually the secret of the EX10 set, I believe, and we're not seeing that be reflected in, you know, pricing. This is one of the best Beelzemons that has seen like crazy prices for the longest time. It was $50. It's, you know, it's still pretty high. At, you know, but at $38 it's starting to come down. It's, you know, most recent sales 41, market price 45. Now again, EX6 is an older set now, so it doesn't take it that much for it to kind of come back up to 45 there. We got you know, 3-4 listings, and then it's back up to 45. So I mean, it cooling off could just be like, you know, people being like, I'm not going to touch this card right now, and then just kind of trying to avoid any hype. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with this. But it's actually, you know, if you can get one for a cheaper price and you definitely want to play this deck, I might keep an eye on this real closely, because, you know, if we get a couple more copies, I think it might go down a little bit more. But if this one sells and this one sells, I think it's going to start shooting up. Another thing, we got new Quartzmon support, which is kind of interesting. So I wanted to look at Quartzmon, which is a cheap card. It is not worth much. But I mean, you have the 2 event packs versions of it and the regular super. And then, of course, the alternate got a little bit of a price tag to it. But even that's not that expensive. And so this is like, now they're kind of focusing in on the actual Quartzmon deck of the Save archetype. I don't know if it's going to have enough support to be a really good deck. But you have potential with, you know, the new Quartzmon, so you could potentially see this rise in price as well due to hype, because, you know, you might tech, you know, 1 or 2 of the old one if you're going to play a Quartzmon themed deck. So you could see some of these prices jump up a little bit. I wouldn't say much. I mean, the market price on this is up at 17, so it could go up to 20, I would say, but nothing crazy, because these are all going to continue to make the, you know, this really cheap. And then lastly, we're just looking in at Cool Boy, because we were talking about the Evo Cup in our last hobby news, and thought I'd bring basically what I thought was the best card from the last Evo Cup, which was the top 4 card, which was Cool Boy. X Antibody as a reprint participation was really cool too, but this was the one that was basically the money card, because the winner pack Omnimon went down in price so fast it wasn't even funny. You know, while it was like around $20, this was still up around 25. And, you know, it's a playable card, whereas the Omnimon isn't. And with the new Diaboromon stuff being shown off, it's kind of interesting to see where we're at. Like, is, where are we at with this? Are we going to be the same place with the Diaboromon? Is it going to go down even faster? Right now this is $10, which is not bad at all. So it's definitely not as expensive as it used to be. It's been trending down for a while. I mean, if we go back here, we look at other cool boys. You have, top 4 gold is $5 to $10. The store participant, $5 to $10. The original pre-release, $5 to $10. Same with the event pack 4. That one's about $8 to $15, so a little bit more for the event pack one. And the original still sitting at $5 for the original rare cool boy. So yeah, it's just right in line with all the other ones, and you have so many options. But just being the fact that this is one of the coolest cards from the Evo Cup, I think if that gives you a snapshot, I believe that the Diaboromon stuff will not keep as much value as something like Cool Boy, which is really universal and usable in so many decks. Although we did have a Diaboromon top the last GenCon regionals. So I honestly, if the deck continues to top, I could actually see the prices doing better than this. But if it only, has a spot every once in a blue moon, I think that these prices for things like Cool Boy will hold better than the new Diaboromon stuff when we finally get it in September, October, sometime in there for the next wave of the Evo Cup. But that is all we have right now for you guys for the market analysis. Tell me what you guys think about all this. Was it very insightful? Did you get a lot out of it? And what do you think about hype for EX10? What do you think about the new tournament cards and how they're going? And even the promo cards that have just come out. Do you think I'm right? Do you think it's better to hold off, or do you think we should get a playset right now just in case they spike up and are somewhere around like promo Orisa at like $40 to $60? But as always, we just try to do the best with the knowledge we have on hand right now. And I hope you guys appreciate it, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And it looks like that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we hope to see you in the next video. And as always, have a wonderful day. And that's all for now, folks.